Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Next Level Official Podcast, where we talk about the week's happenings. Here's our boys, Noob Face and Palo Below.
Palo Below.
Palo Below.
Below.
Yeah, you guys.
He's back.
Down low.
He's back, man. Looking
Yeah,
better
but I'm
than
on the
ever. Look at
bottom.
that.
Why am I on the bottom? I can't get
We
to that.
Sounds like
level.
a preference. That's like a preference.
We heard that's
I
what you
missed one day. I missed one day, and I'm on the bottom.
One day it's like straight to the bottom. You're going down
Yeah.
to the bottom.
Down
I don't
to
know what's
the
going
bottom,
on. Man,
Down
it's
to the
been
bottom.
it's been a busy week. We got a lot
It
of stuff
has.
out there. First things out, man, because we didn't
Guys.
get to say it last time, we got some game releases that just hit the shelves, man. Some more gaming, little tinkering on the systems.
Little thumb action, little
Little-
pelvis,
little
little
thumb-
thumb action, little pelvat.
So-
Pelvats.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm trying
Wow.
to combine two activities
we
into
just
one,
went
ladies
like
and gentlemen.
rated X all of a sudden.
That's my bad.
Hell, we just
Pelvat.
went straight to
Bring it back.
he got super excited, man.
No, right?
My bad. My bad.
Oh, so some of the games that just released on the 4th here, we got WRC World Rally Championship Racing. If you're into those types of things, it's PS4 and Xbox. Metacritic is showing it at 79, so it's a pretty good rating right now. One of my favorites, and I know Noob is going to be super excited about this one, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, the revisions. PS4, Xbox, looks like it's leading the pack right now with all the releases with an 88 score. We got Marvel's Avengers that I know I picked up, and Noob will
I
be
got it as
streaming
well.
that. We'll be streaming that and some of the co-ops, so be staying tuned for those after hours. I like to call them like my after hours taxi cab
After hours
confessions.
After
hours
dark.
delight.
After dark, after hours, man. You gotta get it like sexy voice.
Yeah.
That
Oh.
dropped.
I won't be there.
Oh, we know.
Fine.
No.
Yeah,
It's
you
only
don't
for-
have a.
it's
You
only-
don't, you don't,
It's
only
only
for
for sexy
PlayStation.
people. Only for
It's
sexy
only-
people, bro.
it's only for PlayStation players, bud.
we leave the ugly people at Destiny. So
Oh.
Wow, I take offense to that, fucker. I play that too. All right,
all right,
that's
this
just
season's
cold-blooded.
PS4 not doing really well. Wasteland 73, man.
I'm
I have
out.
not really heard much of this. You know, every time, dude, you can't do that. The screen changes. God,
Fuck!
now you're both on the bottom. Y'all are out.
Oh.
Y'all can play
Wait,
with
doing
each other
one
down
thing?
there.
Do we have to read it? Do we have to read
No,
it?
you don't have to redo nothing. We're going, bro.
All right. So what
Go
else we
Keep
got?
moving, keep
So
going.
so we also got Wasteland 73. That's a Metacritic score of 77. I don't know anything about that damn game, but it's
I
up
don't know
there.
nothing.
It's on PlayStation 4,
It-
Xbox. So
What it looks like, it's just like everything else. It reminds me of Fallout, right? It's just that afterworld kind of fighting it on. It's a little
post-apocalyptic type
role-playing
type
aspects
feel.
of it, getting in there.
Okay.
It's kind of like what Destiny is, maybe, but
Oh.
same stuffs.
The one,
Different
the
chapter.
Wasteland's like 2 years after 2020 going on.
It's actually 2021. It's when it
Okay.
was it's slated. We
Okay.
don't know what's going to
Okay.
actually happen. It's going to
Oh.
happen. It's going to happen. And then so
we
we
got-
definitely will be streaming the Marvels.
Yes, as soon as we
Marvel.
get to that co-op portion, we're definitely going to be streaming. So you can definitely look forward to Speedy and I doing some of that action. On the horizon, though, we do have some new content releases, things to talk about. So first up on the list, we have Fortnite Season 4. So got a ton of Fortnite people who are just still all about that game. We got Season 4.
It's
Marvel,
one of
and
the
this isn't-
biggest games in the world.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, that's really cool is and one thing that I personally get jealous about with Fortnite, being that I don't really play Fortnite that often, but I do kind of
Do you have an
what I do-
iPhone?
No. What I appreciate,
Not anymore.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter on Android either, buddy.
I never played it, so it's fine. Fine.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, you got to be good at it. So I mean,
All
so
right, let's go old school and go PUBG.
Okay, now we're talking. Now we're
Oh
talking.
my god.
Now we're talking. The cool thing about it though is Marvel or Fortnite seems to be capitalizing on a lot of huge trademarks. I mean, they got Star Wars, they have Marvel, they've had NBA players. I mean, they did a hip hop session with Travis Scott, so they're branding themselves
They got
extremely well.
music.
Yeah, and I think the
Mhm.
thing that's really cool about this is
They're hitting
isn't
up that
just
young
their
money.
Yeah, man. But the thing is, though, is they're not just
Dollar
hitting up.
bills.
They're not just hitting up like an event, like the Thanos event or like the Marvel event. They're actual Marvel characters now playable, like Wolverine. All the people that we've come to love in the Marvel universe. So that in itself, to me, is a big game changer. And if Fortnite keeps up with this stride, there's no telling who else they'll get next, man. I mean,
you know what? They're definitely leading the pack on a lot of this, kind of like new stuff. Keeping up with like the Marvel and stuff like that. I mean, you don't see anybody else, gaming wise, doing anything like this. So
I mean, they set the market for everything.
and it's keeping them relevant, and then that's helping boost their money, and that's helping them pay for their lawyers so they can sue everybody, for all this stuff.
Right.
So,
Wait, can you imagine like how big this game is? Like there are billions of dollars at this like a single game. So like when the concept came out, free game, everyone's like, it was one of those really first ones with those like heavily microtransactions and like, dude, like you don't have to pay for anything if you don't want to. You can continue to play the content every season, like look how all the other ones spawned out after COD started trying to do it with their last Warzone.
Yeah.
Then you have Apex Legends that followed in right behind it, trying to be the Fortnite killer, and not necessarily, they're holding their own, but it's just not the same level.
I mean,
and then the fact that they do these events I think it's really cool. Like, I mean, I know we both were all about the Batman event when they had it. So getting the Batman
was really
set
awesome.
up. Here, they also have that tribute to the Black Panther in there, even though they said that was pre-planned. It just timing-wise, like, man, that thing couldn't have been like at a perfect more timing than it just show up in the game. So,
I mean,
like,
personally,
they do a lot of things right.
I don't want to say conspiracy theories, but
Yeah, personally, I have a feeling they purposely put it in the game specifically for Chadwick, but by the same token, I think they said it the way they said it to kind of disperse any kind of like rumors or fanfare, because that seems to be anybody will get triggered for anything these days. And I think that's the problem. They don't, they just want everything to be kosher and just love it for what it is. They don't want to start attempting to make statements and say, oh, it was because of this, because somebody out there is going to get pissed off. Or why didn't you do a monument for this person? And why didn't you do it for this person? And
because he's not dead. Because he's not dead.
It just goes on and on, so good job to Fortnite. I think they're doing a really good job. On with the next one that we have, though, is going to be Cyberpunk Ghost Runner. So initially we thought this was actually a spin-off or something related to...
This thing catfished me when the news came out. I was like... Oh.
Hard.
Hard. Yeah, big time. But in retrospect, it's actually a cyberpunk-esque genre type game called Ghost Runner. The beta for the game is going to be going live on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation.
Could you not have done a better like catch? Be like at the time it comes out, be like, oh yeah, it's a cyberpunk. You're like, oh wait, what? Oh, it looks.
Yeah,
it looks
you said cyberpunk. Yeah.
Cyberpunk, everything's cyberpunk. And so
that, man. They clickbait that hard.
It's cool. So yeah, check it out. The correction for that, the private beta, you have to fill out a form. So there's a lot of articles out there. Hit up GameSpot. We'll throw it down in the links below, but you got to fill up the form, get onto it. It's going to drop on Steam, but it's going to be available on everything else later on. So betas are always fun to play. Like I always take them for just like getting into the habit, just seeing if it's something worthwhile. Like I think I've played some
good taste.
Yeah.
It's like
free.
There we go. Here we go.
What?
No, go ahead.
What, Bell? No, I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm waiting to be embarrassed for you. Go ahead.
Let me eat some popcorn real quick.
No.
I'm going to start bringing a thing of popcorn.
I'm actually happy looking at my screen, looking at Bello right now. I'm just not used to seeing him. Are you like minutes.
Just
because everybody who's watched some of the episodes know that Bello was more of the background. And now he's actually come forward, and I love it. I mean, yeah.
But I'm on the bottom, so fine. I'm not better.
We'll get you up to the top.
Yeah,
next one.
Because I don't have a PlayStation,
We'll have to take you out back.
Oh no! God, no.
Show you a good time, bro.
Yeah.
Get you all spit up.
Oh.
Other news that came out, just some of the beta news, or not even a beta news, just released. Everyone's getting super excited for the Call of Duty Cold War. You had some information, some video released. You know,
I'm done.
guess,
I like Modern Warfare. I'm not
I
down
mean,
anymore.
I guess you just have to be like a huge fanboy. Like I enjoy those types of competitive games, but like at a certain point, someone always finds something to break it, and then it becomes not fun at all.
Well,
And I just like, and then I move on. Then I'm like, that's what happened with the last version of this that we had here, and it's
Yeah.
like
I mean,
It's just
yeah,
it's
man.
getting so repetitive and repetitive, and it's just
I still enjoy it.
Or-
I mean, and I like Modern Warfare, but and the thing is I like Modern Warfare when it was literally the Modern Warfare series, and that is why I purchased this recent edition. Now, from that Cold War, these all other spin-offs, to me, it's not for me.
the broken
I'm
record,
not.
man.
Yeah, I'm not into Black Ops. I'm not into all the other ones, but Modern Warfare, those versions, like this one that we're playing currently, to me, I think is awesome. But it's also one of those games that you don't need to pick up every version that comes out because to me, they're all the fucking same. You just pick them up.
they last. And they last. Sometimes I feel like they're trying to follow like the same like NBA and the NBA 2Ks and then all the Maddens, like where it has to be like every year because when you had the football players' names in, like you felt like, oh, cool, I can build up my character. But like after a while, those things get super old and super tiring to buy the same damn game over and over and over and just have new maps. Like I wish they followed the same suit that you kind of see like Fortnite did, right? Like maybe you bought that first one and now they're just expanding it. Because I think Call of Duty is running out of wars. Like we've been revisiting. This is the second time we've been to this one. So like, what are we going to be doing? Like,
that's true.
We're going to have like the war on the moon next. Like let's just start expanding. Give us more
Hey man,
maps.
if they did a war on the moon, that would at least be different type of content. I mean, give me
That's true.
Give me a different storyline. Like progress it instead of going like, all these games and it's been like what 5 months. Like the whole
That's
game.
True.
Well, and then
That's
it's
true.
all going to be multiplayer heavily driven, right? So there's not going to be much of a campaign.
I mean, yeah, they
so
all
like,
are. Yeah.
why am I going to pay for that? And then you're going to sell me all these microtransactions of the same crap. So it becomes a little bit more difficult for me to bite off on some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Agreed. So what else we got? Bello, we got some Resident Evil TV series, man. I heard you were talking about this. Give me the skinny.
No, I mean Resident Evil, they've made enough games so they can finally have, I guess, a TV series.
Maybe Call of Duty should follow suit. I mean, shit.
It'd be like 4 episodes and then like that's it.
Yeah.
And then they'd have a prequel.
episodes. Pay to play episodes.
Oh god, they're gonna pull a Disney on it. It's gonna be $5.99 per episode.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be another $1.
So here's the thing. We've seen the movies. I thought the movies are personally enjoyable. Did they make too many? I kind of feel they did. But how do you think?
Okay, let's define enjoyable. Like they start getting kind of crazy at a certain
point. Exactly. They kind of lose their momentum big time, right? Because they start spawning off into the post-apocalyptic type atmosphere, extinction, all that other jazz. But let me ask you guys this: how do you think the TV series will fare? And how long would you give it? Like, would you want it to be like super long lasting, or what is your idea?
I mean, honest. I think for a live action Resident Evil, I mean, there's a lot of content that they can go over. I mean, like I said, they've made 20 something games. I haven't played any of the recent stuff. I like the old school, but I mean, they have enough content as if they can produce it live action in just the right way, then I mean I can see it going for a couple of seasons. I don't see no 10 seasons.
Long term.
No. I don't see nothing long term. I mean, especially with like, how Netflix and Hulu like they do their seasons, and once a hint of a little bit of like nobody's getting interested, they cancel it and it's gone. So I could expect maybe 3 seasons.
I can handle that if you come to a conclusion. Like how different is this from like The Walking Dead, right? Like,
oh my god.
So you're like, if they go back to the original, like Raccoon City, like where everything happened, and they kind of like tell that story a little bit with the characters, and they come to a conclusion, I'll be happy. Like I'll watch it. But like if they try to keep going on like all over the place, like
think about the movies. It took a long time for the movies. Yeah,
because there's like a million games that are just like trying to like ease out like this next little portion. That's why they get crazy. It's like same thing happened with Transformers, man. Like I love I love the idea and concept, and then it just got super crazy, and then we all heard
too much.
Noob's review two episodes ago with his organic Transformer girl issue.
I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. But so now also we also have Tenet.
So big thing here, man. Like Tenet, they refused to release this on video on demand, right? It was only in theater release, and it looks like they're doing all right. So 100 million over this past weekend.
Surprisingly, they're doing all right.
Surprisingly. Yeah. So my next question is like, if
Wave 3.
How many damn crazy motherfuckers are going out there to the movies with this pandemic shit going on?
I want to see this. Like, how do you do 100 million and you have reduced seating in your theater?
Was that 100 million? Wait, so was that 100 million worldwide, or was that 100 million?
It was internationally.
Domestic?
No, it was internationally. So those are
internationally okay.
So that's believable.
Some people, taking care of what's going on better, and they can go out.
They can go out, but mixed reviews. It looks like it's like more and more positive, but like we kind of had this conversation before. Sometimes those time frame movies are a little bit confusing.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that you have to pay attention, like the whole movie. There's no restroom breaks. There's no grabbing the nachos.
Yeah, I like to get that huge Dr. Pepper, man. Then go back for that free refill in the middle. I'm gonna pay $10 for that damn thing. I'm gonna drink as many as I can.
30-minute piss. He's like, "What happened? It would have missed."
Sounds like a horse. I'm just like, oh
God. Jesus.
Still don't know the end of that damn movie.
So speaking of movie releases, Mulan is another big one. So the whole time they were talking about releasing the movie for a flat fee of $30, right?
I refused to do this.
Then they released that it was actually going to be free and there was going to be no $30 additional fee. Come to find out, on Friday, they have a new thing called Premier Access, which personally I think is bullshit. Who the fuck is going to pay? I mean, let's get real.
You're paying for your subscription on top of a subscription.
Yeah, you're paying for a Premier subscription on a subscription that only has one Premier movie. It's not like they release 5 or 10 to make this shit worthwhile. One. Hey, you $30 for one.
This kind of concerns me, the fact that like this is something they've kind of had playing, right? This is what they foresaw to do with their movies. So then like not only are they going to be paying for crap, then you got to pay for the next to get into the VIP room now. Like we're in the club now, we got to get into the VIP room, like all the cool shit's over there.
Right.
And you got to go stand with all the other in the corner over there by the bar. So
but on the flip side is I can't stand it either. On the flip side is the movie's going to be free in December. So it's pretty much me too, man. Yeah. I'm just going to wait, I figured that's the best thing to do. I would really like to hear someone's argument on paying the $30. What is the plus side that someone would see paying the $30? That's what I want.
Shut your kids up for 2 hours so you can. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, right. You're like,
it's gonna be some stressed out suburban family, right?
And
that's
just true.
Like, shove this popcorn in your mouth. Sit here so
and watch this movie,
so I can concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe you're right. Maybe they're like, if I put this movie on repeat all day, I'll get my $30 worth.
You're like, where the hell is my new Thomas the Train, man? I need something for this kid.
Thomas the Train.
I need something for this kid. But it, with the release, it hasn't come without controversy. The lead actress has made some political statements, especially with all the stuff that's been going on in Taiwan and Hong Kong. Ooh. And so, not to even get into the politics, I mean, like, you got to be careful, like, with whatever you say, especially with something so international. And then, like, you were expecting, like, Asian culture just to kind of wrap its arms around this movie. And, like, that's just so much, it's causing so many issues. It's just going to be interesting to see, really, like, how much goodwill you're going to have.
Yeah, and I mean the whole thing is, I mean, hey man, I'm all down for having an opinion. I have an opinion when it comes to politics. I don't like to get into it. If we debate, we can agree to disagree. But by the same token, when you're a star of that status, especially one from Mulan, it's a brand new movie, all eyes on
Especially
you.
Disney, dude.
Yeah,
Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta really fucking tread carefully, and you can't be fucking just rocking every boat because that's your, that's your belief, like
Well,
Yeah.
and
I'm all down for it, but you gotta chill.
it's so interesting that the fact that she's very staunch about it, at least in her Twitter statements, and then she's like, "This is my view," like you accept it or not. Well, it's
And
lucky
that's-
that you
Hey,
can
then-
say your view because the people that are there, that's what's happening to them. Their
But guess what?
voices are being oppressed, and like they don't have that ability anymore. So
Yeah,
it's just like
and
I don't even know what Disney's gonna do about it. Like it's
well, I mean,
it's
that's
not
what I'm
even
saying. Like
released.
Disney be like, hey, you can have your view, but I'm gonna keep my paycheck that I'm gonna give you. And it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do now? Then you're gonna be like, oh fuck, maybe I shouldn't have said it. I totally apologize on Twitter, guys. I mean, and you got to think about all that shit. It's not just you making a stand. It's your livelihood. It's every decision you make. It's the
But
people
it's
who-
not even a stand with the people, dude. It's a stand with like the group that's oppressing. But to kind of
Yeah.
keep
True.
up, to kick it up a couple notches, one of my favorite
What do we
things
got?
from last year, The Boys, they're back,
The boys.
just like us.
Yeah.
The Boys,
Boys are
season
back.
2,
Boys are
season
back
2.
down.
Oh man, like
So-
if you guys have not seen that, and I know
So
Noob
Okay,
has,
my-
it's one of my
I haven't
favorite
yet.
things.
I haven't yet.
Oh, dude.
Yep.
It is like mind blowing, like from episode 1. So get off
Yeah,
your
agree.
ass and go watch episode 1. Palo.
I like Carl Urban. He's a really good character. He was one of my favorites, like in the very beginning of the.
It's
of season
gritty.
It's very gritty, and it's a whole new take on superheroes, and it kind of brings this like whole just asshole.
That's what I liked
attitude
about it,
and
man. It
it-
wasn't always like,
it-
oh, they're heroes and they're great. It's like they fuck up sometimes,
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Oh.
it's like they're a hero. It's like they're a hero when they need to be, but then it's like this human,
Well,
this
it's not
human
even-
fallible
It's
superhero
like this
side comes out.
facade. It's just
Yeah.
facade that they're doing for the machine, the money making portion. So like it definitely like not to give a lot of things away, like it is gritty, like it's Watchmen to like the nth degree with blood and all the sex, and I don't even know if there's any drugs and rock and roll, but I might as well just throw it all in there. And like man, some of the stuff that
whole
happened
package.
would like it would blow my mind every episode. I'd be at work and one of my buddies would come around. He's like, "Oh, dude, did you watch the episode? Did you see it? Did you see that one?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe that happened." And what they're saying for this next series is that like they've upped it by 50%, man. Like so, if you thought last series
Damn.
was crazy, like this one's gonna be like more bloody, glory, guts,
and
whatever.
they're already getting ready for season 3.
So my only disappointment is they just dropped 3 episodes. They're not following the Netflix way we've been
Stop it.
spoiled, getting them all at once. So
They're giving you a
I'm
little
gonna-
peep show. So hey,
I'm gonna have to wait.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna have to wait.
It is what it is.
No, I
So-
want it.
Oh, yeah.
Amazon
sure.
wants my subscription. He wants to keep jacking up that price. Bezos, give me my shit. Give me my shit, Bezos. You don't need that super yacht. Give me all of the season at once. I'll rewatch it, man. If you want to throw an ad on it, I'll rewatch it. Just give it to me,
And
Bezos.
this is just what they wanted. They wanted to hook you. You're hooked, and you want more.
It's a good story,
yeah, they
man.
hook up
Like
from the
I
bottom.
this is 2 fingers. It was 2 fingers.
He's like that. Oh god, get it off me, guys. Get it
Are,
off me.
are you trying to give away stuff from the show, dude? What are you doing?
Oh no,
Uh,
So what else we got on the horizon? Let's keep
That was
talking. What do we
wrong.
got, man?
that's so wrong.
just go back to Disney a little bit. Let's keep it PG now. New face,
We got some
Mandalorian, season
Mandalorian.
2.
That's gonna be exciting.
I know. Palo got super excited over there in the corner.
Oh, I know, man.
Palo, have you seen Mandalorian?
I have seen Mandalorian.
Did
saw
you
the
like
first
it?
one. I liked it. The
Oh, God.
problem I had. No,
Ugh,
calm your tits. The problem I had.
you
is
can't
that-
have a problem with Baby Yoda.
The problem I have. No.
It's
Give me
not
the
a clean on baby. It's not a clean on baby.
The problem I have is like the two of you in Star Trek, and they're dropping a lot of stuff, and people are like, "Oh, did you see this?" I'm like, "Yeah."
So that's why you got to watch it with us. Like we'll do like one of those live things, and we'll explain.
I don't want
it
to be a
to
part
you.
of that
We'll,
sandwich on the
we'll
couch.
explain it to you.
Explain it.
We'll explain
It's
it
like
to you.
like the
But I mean,
dude
that's the
with
whole
a
thing,
black
though, man.
saber, and everybody's like,
I mean, yeah, like that whole aspect of it. I mean, I didn't watch all those clone cartoons and stuff.
Coming
so.
from somebody who's
Oh, here we
excited
go.
about a square ship called Borg, like they're so sophisticated they couldn't come up with a better design for that
oh,
ship.
it's the best.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is
Yes.
that what you're trying to tell me?
So
Yes.
aerodynamic.
Infinite.
Where-
But
IQ,
have
exactly.
you watched any of the Star Trek?
I've watched more than you have.
Bullshit.
I'm all into that
Oh,
Picard action.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Man,
I've
that
They
is
seen-
not
call
a
me
different
number
I've
two.
seen-
You're sitting
I've
on the
seen-
damn bullshit. You sit
He
on.
goes, Speedy,
No,
make it so.
No, you're right. No,
He goes,
you're right.
Speedy,
You're
make
right.
it so. Speedy, make it so. I'm like, right here, you Picard. What's up, bro?
Oh my god.
Don't say his name like you know him.
We don't even say the captain part. We're like, we're just at the same level. That's all. We're like, what's up,
Oh
brother?
my god.
Bald Brotherhood. Bald
Oh,
Brotherhood.
So
oh
I'll
my
watch The
God.
Mandalorian like maybe next year. Then, just it's on the bottom of my playlist.
What?
Mhm.
Oh man,
Rude.
you're gonna stay on the bottom now.
Oh.
Noob
Fine.
stops flipping
Hmm.
screens. He would have been on the top. So, other news: we're getting closer and closer to PlayStation and Xbox release. We still don't have a price officially from either one of them.
Nothing official yet.
Just recently, within the last week or so, there's actually been news that the information's been going out for PlayStation users when you're signing up on their website to have, like, how great of an idea would that be to like capture everyone's information about who do you think is interested in your system and wants to buy it, and then not sell it to them? Like, I have no idea, but one of the issues that people have been talking about, as we have nothing else more to talk about, is backwards compatibility, right? So PlayStation, the new PlayStation that's going to come out, is only going to have one generation.
PlayStation 4, from what I heard, and it's going to be a limited library, I believe. But I mean,
So this is why Xbox is trying to come off the top rope here, because they're going to be able to play back all their way.
Everything.
And you know what it is they took a note from Sony's playbook, because when Sony built the PlayStation 3, they actually added hardware in the system that allowed you to do the playback, so it wasn't software based.
yeah,
So
it wasn't
Xbox
emulation,
did that.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't emulation based until they released the newer version of the PlayStation 3, but
Yes.
it actually had the chips.
Well, but that's because
inside.
they had to slim it down. When you're talking
Right.
about the big fat Mamma Jamma and
Well,
then the Slim Boy,
that was the
Chunky one.
PSP fat
Chunky.
PHAT.
chunky.
But and so I mean, but let's think about it though, because when
But why isn't
PlayStation,
Sony doing it? I mean, tell me that.
but here's
Why?
the thing, and this is why, because when PlayStation released on the PS3, statistic wise, no one was barely, like a fucking 10% range was playing retro games. You know, and it's really funny, but a lot of people who really like to play retro games like to play it on the original systems.
See, and I'm going to 100% agree with you there. Like, even though like you'll be able to use it on the new systems for the Xbox because they have the hardware built into it, like, how often are you playing like some old Xbox? Like, I don't even remember what the
Yeah.
hell the original Xbox
Even-
game it was.
I mean,
Like,
I'm not paying
Even with the old
$600 to go
Xbox games,
play
I haven't even
fucking-
played anything.
Like,
Yeah.
do you want to really kick it old school and play like the original Halo disc and
Yeah,
not the newest
exactly.
version that they sold you not too long ago? Like,
Yeah. Let
yeah,
me
I
put
think
it
it's
to you like
nice
this.
to have, but it's not any kind of game breaking for me. Like the price
It's
is.
not. It's not
I
changing.
totally
anything.
agree. It's not, man. I'll tell you like this. I have Halo Master Chief Collection, and I still don't play Halo 1. Okay, let me fucking tell it to you like that. And I'm talking
Yeah.
remastered graphics, everything. I'm all down for the occasional retro play. Love to, do a throwback and have a good time and play. But in all honesty, out of a month, maybe one day, maybe, right? And
Yeah.
maybe for
Yeah.
45 minutes to an hour, you're just like kicking back. You're like, oh, I like this. Okay, back to fucking Destiny or back to whatever,
Mhm.
you're playing, Last of Us or doing. It's cool, but in all honesty, it to me, it's a waste of money. It's a waste of
So-
money to have to do all that.
Well, one is like it's nice for the one back generation, like because you're still in the midst of playing those things. But like any further than that, like if Metal Gear Solid released like a anniversary edition, I wouldn't be playing the original one that
Yeah.
we were playing back in the day
Right.
now.
Right.
So
I mean, I think that what it is that Microsoft just they have the resources. You know, it's there, and is it for everybody? Are they doing it every day? No, not really. It's a perk, but it's not like not adding anything great to
Agreed.
well, I think
Agreed.
they're just trying to cover all bases because when Xbox One
they're
came
just-
out,
yeah, it's just
when
everything-
Xbox One
everything
came out, dude, they tripped and fell on their face. Like
hard.
people got axed. Like you went from a really good 360 system to this, and then it just like everything broke down the moment they released that price.
So
It was
I'm gonna.
$100 more than anything else. It's
So
just like people revolted. Like I've never
Revolted.
I've never watched the video and felt as much pain for the speaker when he was like, "It's gonna be $4.99," and you hear the crowd going, like. And then like 3 hours later or 3 days later, Sony releases their price point, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, dude, someone's getting fired.
Yeah, and in all honesty, this is going to be a true test for Phil Spencer. This is going to be a really big test to see whether or not he's connected, with the gamers and truly listen. And this is going to be a huge breaking point for Xbox. So if they don't capitalize and PlayStation wins again, this is going to honestly, in my opinion, leave gap for other people. I'm thinking Apple. Maybe if they decide to create a gaming console, it would be possible. If Google did, oh wait, they did. It's called the Stadia, and it sucks.
You go into like their
It looked like he
Apple
threw up a
store
little
and
bit.
get a
He's like,
tramp
"No."
stamp, and like you're set for life. Is that just what it is?
He does have
They
a tramp
brand you.
stamp.
Yeah, they brand you.
Comment on what you
Okay.
think Noob's
Oh.
tramp stamp is.
So in all honesty, I'm just totally speculating, right? I mean, let's be real. If Apple did release the console, it'd probably be in the 2K range, right off the bat.
Hey,
That's
but it
where
would
the
last
wheels
you
spread.
forever. It would last you
Yeah, but
forever.
it'll last you.
Oh,
it's one
It
thing
would
that-
last you forever. It would
Yeah.
last you forever, homie.
The controllers will
um,
be like $250
Yeah, you're right. You're
for
right.
the basic.
But
But if you
like,
want the
we-
ultra one,
if we have
Don't
Atari
get me
could do a
started.
comeback, Sega could do a comeback as well. I mean, this could honestly
There you go.
open a lot of doorways for a lot of different consoles to come back, and I think it'd be really cool. I'm kind of tired of seeing just the standard Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Nintendo war. It would be really exciting to see a fourth party.
and then Nintendo's not in the war, bro. They're in the crowd watching the boxing fight. That's it.
Dude,
No, I have to disagree with you, bro. They're formidable. They're no, I'm
They're
not.
kind no, I wouldn't
to
say. But the
me,
thing is, that
Nintendo's a
Xbox,
Trojan horse.
PlayStation, and just but
Because
play,
Because
but- and
everyone's
you're
built
right,
on
Nintendo-
power,
but-
which
right. Nintendo's there. They're just not. They're not like actively, going after Xbox
So-
and their features, or actively
Right,
going after
right.
Sony and their features. And no, look at our feature. No,
Yeah.
Nintendo, they're like, we're just doing our own thing.
exactly, and that's where they shine. And I
well,
think
they're
that's why they
niche, right,
stayed.
dude.
Yes, because look at their innovation.
Portability.
Right?
Who you got?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude.
Who you got?
And I guarantee you, it won't be long before PlayStation or Xbox. I mean, what are the xCloud gaming? I mean, that's as close
I mean,
to a per se Switch
Yeah,
you're gonna get.
Absolutely.
So they're fucking
But-
taking some snapshots from their
It-
playbooks.
It's funny to kind of look at Nintendo and see, their kind of rise and fall. One of the things that we didn't talk about that I was watching, and if any gamers out there that are watching, or even avid gamers, you need to watch The High Score on Netflix as a documentary, and they talk about like the beginnings of like the 1970s to 80s gaming, like even like the system itself. Great documentary flick. Like I don't know what it is with Netflix, man. They do really awesome at all their documentaries. Some of their main movies kind of fall flat. Their TV shows are amazing, but this one's good. Like it had a whole bunch of little tidbits in there with Nintendo, like when the first World Championship was released. Really good stuff.
Agreed, man.
One thing we didn't talk about, and I'm gonna throw this in here because we knew we talked about this during the week and we didn't throw it up, is How about those bad Mamma Jammas that are going to be coming out? GeForce RTXs series. Who's getting one? Get a 3080, 3090,
Fuck
bro.
no, bro. I'm doing.
You know you are.
I'm
You know
gonna
you
do.
are.
I know
really,
that
I'm gonna tell
Noob
his wife too. Whatever he says
Yeah.
right now, it's recorded, so she's
Oh,
gonna hear.
She already knows, bro. Hey, she's getting her new work area, new office done, and I'm like,
This is how you work it. I
this,
understand.
right?
this
I
is
see,
this is
little-
the
little
year.
sugar.
I
Yeah,
said
honey,
this
get
is
whatever
the
you
year.
want. You're good.
Exactly.
Next, your daddy's getting everything.
Yeah. Dude,
There's Noob
because
with the new TI. He's like, oh.
Yeah,
He's
well,
getting
the
amazement.
whole thing is currently right now I have a 1080 Ti and I built my computer. I love it. I think it's great. Anybody looking to do any kind of building or on the fence about doing PC, personally, it's an investment, but it's a well worth investment. It really is. But speaking of the new graphic cards, I waited against the 2080 versions because I really, really wanted to see what kind of power they were going to have. But since we're talking about this RTX, the
3080 is the lower is a Speedy's price point. The 3090 is a noob face price point.
Right. If only we showed finances, they'd be like, oh, wait, Speedy, 3090s.
Is there gonna be a
Why?
version that I can pick up at the
Why?
Dollar General?
Yeah.
Hey, dude,
yeah.
I'm gonna be selling blood and semen up until next year for this thing, man.
What do you think I'm doing now? Why do you think I'm so
dollar,
weak?
bro. Top
Why do you
dollar.
think why do you think I'm so weak right now, bro? You think I'm just gonna pass out?
It's
My
just
whole
like,
my
I'm
right
running.
hand is numb as it is right now. I can't even feel this thing. I've been to the clinic
Right.
so many times this week
Bro,
trying
I
to
can't
prep
feel-
for
I
that September
can't feel-
17 release.
I can't feel either of these hands. It's like the stranger. It's
Oh my god.
like the
You
like the
can't triple
stranger's
step
guy.
a double step. You can't triple step a double step.
So check it
Speedy's
out.
going to the nurse. That's why they call me
But-
Speedy.
But here's the thing.
In and
Here's the
out.
thing, though.
In and
Oh my
out.
God.
Deposit made. Let's go. Give me my money.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
$30 this time. I'll come back twice next week.
Oh my god. Sir, this is your 6th time. Now you're just showing off.
No one wants it, sir. No one wants it. We can't sell it.
Like, oh,
Oh
thank
my
you.
god.
Can't use it for
Um,
science. What's going
So
on?
check it out. This is some funny stuff right here.
I don't want to
So-
be around that monster.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Looks like Quado from. Looks like a bunch
What
of
was
Quados.
that?
Quado.
What
That was not
that?
me. That was him.
A sound effect from Star Trek.
He went. He went upper
Oh.
register on that one.
Yeah. So check it out, man. So as we were talking about the new GTX series, come to find out, AMD has dropped hints about their Radeon technology, which apparently is gonna fucking smoke NVIDIA. And it's gonna give them a run for the money. I'm gonna tell you this. Anybody that is currently debating about building a computer, this honestly is the perfect time, because this isn't NVIDIA and Intel's battlefield anymore. AMD has shown tremendous strides in their technology capabilities. And hey,
So
man,
are we talking
I
processors or are we talking video cards?
both, because they
Because
do both. They do them very,
I'll
very
say
well.
with procs, definitely, but I'm not so sure about the video card aspect. I feel like Intel got way too boasty, and they didn't really make the next advance. And AMD had always been like that redheaded stepchild in the background, and then they busted right
Old.
through
and
within
and
these last series.
I feel the same way you do, Speedy. I really do. Like when it comes to the CPUs, I'm kind of leaning more on the AMD side, despite what people may say. Intel, like, I get it. Yes, they have great performance in this and that, but you can't go wrong with an AMD Threadripper Ryzen build. But here's the thing: when it comes to the GPU, though, you have a point. When I talk about Radeon, I talk about it in confidence, but my mind is still gravitating towards those 3090s. Because for a fact that's where you're getting your performance. You know for a fact.
24 gigabytes of memory? What are you talking about, dude? That's like wow, wow, wow. Man, like they showed, like we were talking about Fortnite earlier. What do they show? Their video
It's
of
like
that ray
porn
tracing.
and gaming, no
Dude,
buffering.
I've never actually even seen Fortnite look that good. Like you could see like reflections from water as they're going through, and it wasn't like some fake video footage. It was like the actual water that's next to them. Man, it looked clean.
Oh, so yes,
I'm gonna be a very tired man until next year, so I'm just letting you guys
God.
know.
It's gonna be that count's gonna be running low.
Like,
Low.
how many more
know.
times can I come this week?
Oh God.
But for those that are out there, for those subscribers who are going to watch, which one are you going to roll with? Are you going to go with the 3080 or the 3090? I know Noob is team 3090 down there. I'm going 3080.
I am.
I can only afford 3080. My body
You're such
can't take the
a-
punishment.
Yeah, I
My
won't
body
get
can't.
anything like that until they sell it at the Dollar General. It will be fine.
Oh, I'm gonna be straight up in that place. They're gonna be like, "Hey, employee of the month."
Like the employee of the month. And they're just gonna have it's just gonna have like hands as your
It's just-
reward.
Just got
Oh,
my own chair, dude. They
Yeah.
don't even let anyone else sit in it. They're just like,
Yeah,
this is
they can't.
the sweaty
it's-
man. The
there's too
sweaty
much
man.
fast.
That sweaty
Yeah, they're-
man. He's
they're
the one
like-
that
they're like-
stained it.
They're like, it's not gold, sir. It's just the way the sanitizer stains. It stains that way. All right. So
Put my
something
pant
else.
legs on one at a time.
So
Big gold
talking
records.
talking about the GPUs and kind of going back to Nintendo, we do have some really cool news because Nintendo is releasing the Super Mario 3D All Stars package. That's going to be it's going to have Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, and Super Mario Galaxy. Complaint that we've been hearing, some beef, is that this shit's only going to be for a limited time. So any fans out there of Mario, anybody has a Switch that's thinking about picking up this collection, it's actually only going to be available for a
You need to
limited
get it
time.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, well, I mean,
it's gonna-
digitally till the 31st of next year, right? So,
Right.
you got 7 months, 8 months. Well, how many months
But-
is that? Palo, do the
but the
math
whole-
for us. We're
but the
slow
whole
over
thing-
here.
Yeah, but the whole thing is why do you guys think they're adopting this entire limited release deal? And what's the whole purpose?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is money. They're just trying to rush people to pull it. I mean,
Well, I mean, like, look,
To
look.
pull
What,
it?
I mean, they didn't really announce this strategy before. They really didn't talk about this before. Maybe they're only
Weird.
making a limited
Right.
run on something for disc cartridges wise, but like, maybe it's just gonna make it seem like more valuable because digitally you'll have it, right? You buy it digitally,
Yeah,
you can
right.
always have it digitally. The only thing
Right.
it's really gonna apply to is the carts. And so, like, even
Right.
after they take it down the store, if you bought it, you can still reload it. It's just those carts, so it's going to make it more expensive. I don't know. It's like novelty, 35th anniversary. People
well,
are
because it's
going
an
all kind of
anniversary,
crazy.
that's why they're
Yeah.
kind of like limited edition-ish kind of way of doing it.
I mean, I'm fine with it. If you can't buy it in 7 months, then don't buy it. Put $5 away. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly going to buy it because it's nice to have that type of a collection, kind of available because
It's
there are some really good
freaking
games.
nice, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
they've
it's
got a lot of
cool.
good games. They've updated them. Those.
I'm just kind of curious to see how well this strategy works out for them, and if it does work out for the best, I got to give some claps to Nintendo and say,
Are they going
That's what I
to be
mean. Like they just
cheek
do their own
claps?
kind of little things.
or
Oh.
hand clips?
Oh.
You said it, bro. I'm just trying. Our viewers want to know.
do they?
I don't think
Do
they
they?
do. Subscriber going out.
Let me know. Drop a
Subscribe-
comment.
subscribing.
Which kind of clap you want New Face to do? Because he's got back. He can do both.
Oh,
Down is
I
gonna
can
happen.
do both. I
He
can do both. I can do both.
Or do we want Payload to make the clap noise?
Oh,
That's not gonna
Ooh,
happen. There's too
That's
much
like
Halo
a-
there.
Payload.
that's like a. That's
I'll
like
do it
a,
if you do it.
That's like a.
I'll do it
a
if you do
Hulk.
it,
That's
Payload.
like a Hulk. That's like a Hulk clap when you go.
Waves, sonic waves coming out.
Sonic waves.
Yeah, you don't want to
Um,
be there.
So that's going to be definitely really interesting to talk about. And one
It's-
thing that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that a lot of people have been kind of eyeing all this for it. the one cool thing that they were talking about is the interaction with the Switch, the controllers. But some people were a little confused because that's not the only type of Switch controller that they have out there, right? You got the Switch Lite, and they have no detachable controllers. So like people were kind of worried and pissed off, like, well, how the hell am I supposed to play these games that you need to shake? Shake.
Get a pro
You know, shake-
controller. I mean,
Get a real Switch.
yeah, get a real Switch. Maybe take that light back that you brought and get a man's machine.
Oh my god.
Give it to the kid playing the Animal Crossing. Let's go. Step it up.
Oh my god, that's funny, man. That's funny.
We lost a viewer now.
I know. And they're the one watching on a Switch Lite on YouTube.
But hey, so I'm excited.
I'm
What
definitely excited about it.
along with that, have you played all the Marios?
Oh, I've played all the fucking Marios, man. Fucking love Mario. Who
Which
doesn't?
one's your
Oh.
favorite Mario?
Ooh, okay. So my favorite Mario, honestly, would have to be Super Mario Sunshine on the GameCube. That was probably one of my favorites. I played that one quite a bit. That was awesome.
Sure.
The whole jetpack with water was just such a fucking fun idea, man. And it just worked out so well. And that's one thing about Nintendo is even though at that time it was strictly more along the line of the, kid console still, they didn't adopt, any of the gory type, more modern games that they have with the Switch. Super Mario Sunshine was amazing. It was a
So
great game.
do you see, when you think about it, like of all the systems that were around at the beginning, like Sega, you had the Atari, right? You had the Neo Geos. Like they're still here, even though they're not producing the huge crazy games that you
Right.
see all these other development studios doing. But they still found a niche. I think
well,
one of their
Neo
greatest
Geo.
assets has always been that handheld. Like, dude, I remember when you had the Game Boy. Oh man, that shit was amazing. Just playing other people's Game Boys, always wanting
Mhm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Just black and white.
Yeah, it was still fun, man.
Halo
one of the
doesn't know what a
things-
Game Boy is.
I never had a Game Boy.
I never had one. I just played other people's Game Boys.
Yeah, me too.
Sure
I
you
played
did.
other people's-
Person downstairs.
Yeah. Liar. So one of the really cool things, it's really funny though, is Neo Geo. Whenever I tend to think about retro console, Neo Geo always comes to mind. That console was so fucking expensive, and their cartridges were ridiculously expensive as well. But man, those games fucking in that era, those games made a statement. Like you could tell a Neo Geo game from a mile away at that time. I mean, it was just no.
Because they were like almost straight ports from the arcade, man. That thing was awesome.
Yeah,
Like
it
when
was a
you
really-
played something at the arcade and you came home and you're like, oh shit, this is
Yeah,
not-
when you play Mortal Kombat in the arcade and then you come play Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo, you're like,
you know, it felt the same kicking your ass at both of them. So it just really didn't matter to me.
yeah,
Fatality.
Yeah, I remember that. And then you would wake up and it'd be like, hey,
he was in there
okay?
like he's in
I'd
there
be
trying
like,
to
"You
find
sleep
every
okay?"
quarter he could find to
Yeah.
be at the arcade. Circle
Yeah.
K after school. I gotta beat him. I gotta beat him.
Oh my god, we had some good times. That was some fun times. We'll definitely have to do some streaming 1v1.
I want to see that stream. I want
We'll
to be
see
there.
what's up. We'll
The
see
Mortal
what's up.
Kombat.
Oh yeah.
I'll wear a deep
finish him.
V
I'll
for
fin-
you.
I'll finish
Oh.
him. TV. God, oh my.
Woof.
Super deep V. You'd be like,
It's gonna be plunging.
Oh my god.
he'd be like, turn your video off, sir. We don't want to see it. You in your Borat suit. Please take it off.
What just
Like
happened?
it's Halloween. Why does everyone get all upset?
It's pumpkin spice season. What's going on?
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
So one of the things that we didn't get to talk about, and I guess this is what we'll leave off with, just to give our condolences and to remember Chadwick Boseman from Black Panther passed away. That was super unexpected. And I think what made the biggest impact was the fact that he was living with that diagnosis for 4 years and never told anybody. Which, I mean,
Yeah.
and to think about to think about the kind of scrutiny, right, that people were doing, and just the level of judgmental comments
Well, I
that
mean,
people were leaving, and still never saying what the problem was, right? Never saying this is why. He Yeah, that was just emotional. That's an emotional, strong warrior, man. And he, all my respect. That's powerful. you know,
I
I don't know
definitely
about you
concur,
guys.
man. Like, cause you saw later on people, all the trash messages they were saying about him losing weight, and like it goes to show that, man. One, mind your own fucking business. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
seriously. And then two, you never know what someone else is dealing with. Just because
Right.
they don't put, they're not putting like their 1,000 fights that they had with their baby mama on Facebook and Twitter and out there for everyone to see doesn't mean they don't have problems going on. And so, it's pretty stoic. And the fact that he not only played that Black Panther role, which was like probably like we went to go see that in the movie theater and I came out, I was like, man, that was an amazing movie.
still to
And
this day, that movie is
oh
just
man, like I'm just
amazing.
so sad that we're not gonna be able to see him extend that series out. But the fact that he played all these other huge roles too in his career, in his short career that he had, and he made impacts at all of them too. So like one of the last pictures you see him is with his 42 hat on. Those are like all the things to him, and like just interactions that he had, like even with like Denzel Washington, the funny story with him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like I thought that was a super class act. Always. There aren't a lot of those types of people out in Hollywood anymore.
Yeah.
It's great to see those kind of people, who are genuinely humble. And when I mean genuinely, like, it wasn't the money that made him that way. It wasn't his diagnosis that made him that way. Like, he was always that person through and through. And I think to carry yourself in that manner and just to be that type of person, especially in Hollywood, because to me, I feel like Hollywood changes people, and for him to stay
Changed me.
as Speedy said, stoic and just an all around humble person. It spoke volumes when his co-stars would talk about him,
Mhm.
and to me, and this is not to take away from anybody that has suffered some great tragedy or loss or this type of diagnosis, but this is just a movie star that we came to appreciate because he brought to life a character that we all loved, and so some people, they really didn't know who Black Panther was. So to have him come out of the gates charging and not only do such a great job in that role, but other roles as well, brought iconic characters to life. I mean, somebody like that will definitely be missed. I mean, I think he was taken, way too young, but I think he has a legacy that'll be remembered for quite some time. Wakanda forever.
Had to mess it up.
That's how we out.
I did it earlier.
Got it out of his
So,
system.
yeah, I had to get it out. Had to put that out there, man. So, so to friends and family, Chadwick
And for
always
all
be
those
missed.
suffering with cancer, like cancer is one of those shit
Yes.
diseases that just it's taking people in our family, and like will continue to take people out there until we're able to figure out something for that. So hopefully in the future that becomes a focus after all this craziness that we're currently in.
That's true. And and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're out for the evening, and leave comments down below. Like I said, we always appreciate comments. Any kind of criticism that you guys have.
Thanks,
Be
Todd,
sure to
for your comment.
Yeah, yes, and Mark Gifford, thank you so much, man. We greatly appreciate it. We're definitely getting some support from like-minded lunatics. And to give another shout out in case you guys have not heard, Mark Gifford and Todd Wright definitely do some hilarious antics. You can go check them out on YouTube. So if you get a chance, we'll go ahead and link their channel down below. Check them out. Really good comedic stuff. I really appreciate what Mark's doing. He does these videos where he checks out like 80s videos and dresses up and gives his rundown on them, and it's hilarious.
He's really familiar with dressing up.
Who is this guy?
I don't want to see Noob dressing up.
Bello, did you fight this guy?
When they say you can't slap lipstick on something, they haven't seen Noob. get
don't
this.
even know what that
I
means.
don't want to see Noob look, trying to dress up as like the old Madonna.
Maybe we should do that for a Halloween special.
Oh God,
Fuck. Jesus. I'm fucking out. All right.
we're losing more subscribers.
I'm actually fucking hungry, man. All right, guys. Everybody have a good night. We appreciate everything. Peace from Next Level. We out. We out.
Later.
Come on, guys. Hit it. Jesus.